How many of you have ever worked on web development? Raise your hand. Generic. Nice. Okay. I'll name couple of technologies. You have to, reply yes or no, louder. Like Shipra said, right? Be louder, be confident. If you know this, yes. Okay. Tell me, XML.
Yes. Yes.
Nice. 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 XHTML.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes. Only two. Nice, nice. Okay. HTML4.
Yes. Yes.
No?
Yes.
Okay, nice. HTML5.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. जो HTML5 में काम कर रहे हैं वो HTML4 में क्यों नहीं कर रहे थे? What was the problem? Okay. Okay, okay, nice. SCSS.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Now, what is the full form of SCSS, sir? Sir, no one? You have worked and you don't know what is it? What is? Okay. Anyone? Do you know SAS?
Yes.
Don't call it SAS. Conflicts. Right? So, SAS. What is the full form of SAS? No, not that SAS.
He's asking what the SAS style sheet.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyone, the full form of SAS? Okay, SAS, tell me, full form. Anyone, like from Ojas, Mahima, Ankit, Shipra, Gautam, anyone? SCSS, SAS is widely used nowadays. And everyone is using if you are working in front end. I promise. Right? Tell me the full form. You can Google it. You can ChatGPT it. Yeah, so we have a Google. Syntactically awesome style sheet. Good. Can we acknowledge him? The person with the burger cannot do the acknowledgement, but it's okay. Okay. So, syntactically awesome style sheet. We never ever tried this, that the power of styling components is so much easier than you expect. Right? So, and that SCSS is a kind of superscript of CSS. Can you give me the full form of CSS? Okay, good. So, can you tell me the explanation what is a cascading arrangement is all about?
Cascade is like giving a structure, kind of cascading structure. You could say.
Correct. Okay. So at the initial, we were introducing ourselves, and then we have to point someone, right, to introduce himself or herself, right? Same. So I was introducing myself, and then I pointed to Angs, and Angs pointed to someone else, right? So this arrangement that I take an input, process that, gives output, and that output will work as an input for the other device is a kind of a cascading arrangement. Later. Okay? So, cascading style sheet, you know, but there is a superscript of CSS. A lot of time, how many of you have wrote code in CSS? Raise your hand. Good number. Very good. Shabash. Okay. You used to write hash header, उसके अंदर div, उसके अंदर p, फिर hash header, उसके अंदर div, उसके अंदर anchor, फिर hash header, फिर ul, फिर li, फिर a, right? You thought कि बार बार header क्यों लिखना पड़ता है? बहुत बार हुआ होगा ऐसा. Why I do the same thing again? So let's reduce this. If you are doing things, if you are repeating yourself, you are not an engineer, of course, right? So the basic principle is we just learn it yesterday. Try, don't repeat yourself. Okay, so let's start with this. So React is actually promoting compositions. How many of you believe in oops? Oops. Okay. What is the full form? Perfect. What are the features? Quickly. Encapsulation. Polymorphism. Data abstraction. Inheritance. Yes, this is my favorite. Okay. So we don't believe in inheritance. Okay. So as a community, I'm promoting this that React is actually doesn't believe in inheritance. Why? So anyone can answer me? No? Do you guys know multiple inheritance? Do you like this word?
As a backend guy, yes.
Okay. So as a front-end guy, I should love this word. Let's suppose there is a text box and there is a top-down. Two different fields. I want again a different field, which is the inheriting both the properties. We can type and even we can select from the drop-down, right? We can just inherit both the properties and get the new text box, right? So we should love this, but we don't do it. We can do it in our way, and that is called composition. Right? How many of you know that what is component? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm of course talking about React components. There are plenty of components out there, but not that component. Okay. So components. क्या करते हो आप components से? How do you work using components in React? What do you do with that components? Those components. Yes, please. Perfect. And then we arrange that in a composition.
Make ones and use multiple times.
Yeah, that's a kind of a definition. Yeah. So let's चलते हम लोग cover करते हैं. What can be the definition for React? Raise your hand and single person. Bad try. We are only accepting a bad try. Try. What can be the definition of? Okay. Yes, sir.
React is a JavaScript library that use making to single page applications.
Okay. 25%. Correct. 25% correct. More? JSX. Okay. No relation. More? I love the silence and only the machine is talking. Right? Anyone want to try? Bad try? Of course. So why did I take my session at the third point? Because I thought that Shipra conveyed everything. You have to try everything and then I'll get the answers. But you guys are still like, burger में अफीम था क्या? Sorry, what was?
I'm saying only I think downloading has happened. Only few will implement it.
Okay. So, still, anyone want to try? No? Yes, sir.
JavaScript library
Yep.
used to build a fast, scalable, and what we call better rendering web application.
Okay, still 25-30%. No, Kiran, no. Anyone else? Okay, let's come along with me now. Yes, sir.
React is JavaScript library, so we can use like reusable component.
Perfect. 70% correct. Okay. 30% बचा है. Chalo, I'll try that. Okay. So React is a JS library providing reusable UI components. Okay. React is can we sing with me? React is a JavaScript library providing reusable UI components. ये हो गया practice. Let's do it now. React is a Thank you. हाँ मैं recording में ठीक कर लूँगा इसको. ठीक है. Okay. So now, how many of you already know about style components? Styled components actually. Of course. Sir, thank you. Good. Nice. What is the basic need or basic requirement of using style component? Or is there any other way to put styling into React?
So we can use the same component with different styles. So you can say it's a white label solution for various companies. So one component can be run in different color for MetaCube. and with different style for GS and so on.
Nice. Okay. Any other answer? Okay. Let's move ahead.
Developers can use their own style.
Sir,
Yeah, you can toss and then decide who gonna.
sir, मेरा एक question है, normal component और अगर मैं style
मेरा नाम शुभम है. Yeah.
normal component word और style component word दोनों में difference क्या होगा? Same ही होगी.
Oh, okay. ये तो presentation में बता पाऊंगा मैं. Okay. So next slide is very much easy. You can see the documentation from React itself, and I've underlined one particular line. Can you read it louder? Perfect. So recommend using composition instead of inheritance. We have already discussed it, right? I'll tell you how. We'll do a workshop. It will be too much boring, right? But you have to bear that because you had the breakfast, right? So you have to pay back. Okay. Okay. Why style components? I will not answer this. I'll do the entire presentation and then I'll ask this question to you. Make sense? Perfect. CSS in JS. How do you like this? Sometime you give certain, values, maybe background color pink, okay? And you want it to be changed dynamically. Background color tomato, right? Dynamically. Can you do this in CSS? Raise your hand. Can you do this? Yes or no?
Yes.
How?
Like we always do dark mode, light mode like this.
No, but how do you do in CSS file dynamically?
By changing parameter dynamically. Like when the toggle
Where are the parameters in CSS?
when like we are imposing that parameter like something like ID or something header or
Oh, that's a different thing. I'm saying that for a particular selector, there is a background color pink. Or can you tell me the React Rajasthan theme color? F94 EB2. That's nice. Okay, so hash F94 EB2 is the color you can see. And if you want to change this to tomato or something like aqua or something like that, how can you do this in CSS within a single selector? Yes, sir. Through keyframes. Oh, that's a animation sort of thing.
So we can use external CSS. Like
How will you do that? In the external CSS within a single selector.
suppose we are making like external CSS JS and like internal CSS. So we can implement in like internal.
But you will take a decision on a JS level to put which CSS needs to be, included. You will take a decision in JS, right? Exactly, right now. So style components are basically JS files, and you can write CSS in that. So you can take any action whenever you want, right? Anytime. Component specific style. So a lot of time that you think that this component, I applied some CSS on this component, it is also applied everywhere. It is not my expectations, right? So I should do it on a component specific style, right? So we can somehow achieve it in style component. I'll give you the demo. Okay. Dynamic style with props. As I discussed, that if we want to change the value, we cannot do by the conventional CSS approach. We have to use something else, like either you can do through variables in CSS4 now, and you can do through SCSS, and which is the style component is basically using SCSS. Oh, of course. So we'll cover this in the demo. Component specific style. It's coming again. I don't know why. Automatic critical CSS. Who can tell me that what it can be? Anyone? The person with the yawning? No? Okay. Fallback plan. Okay.
I can say the default property of elements like display, full block of div and inline of span.
Okay. So it is kind of a different thing. So how many of you know conditional rendering in React? Conditional rendering? Boss? Yes? Are you guys working in React? Okay, please react if you are working. So do you know conditional rendering? Of course. So if you do a true statement and the component and then else another component, or maybe null if you want to disappear that component. So in style component, not only the HTML goes away, even the CSS go away, right? So it is not just like in the primitive approach that we are just having the CSS, external CSS file always in the DOM, which makes the DOM heavier. But in the React style component, CSS also goes away. Make sense? Good thing? Nice. Easier CSS deletion. Okay. मेरे को मजा आ रहा है बात करने में, तो we'll do it. Okay. So easier CSS deletion. Anyone wants to try this? Okay, tell me. I'll take two names, and you have to tell me which one is the code optimization approach. Okay. Code bundling and code splitting. Raise your hand. Splitting, 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 bundling. Okay. Clap for those who are saying code bundling. And of course, clap for those as well who are saying code splitting. Because both the approaches are code optimization approach. Okay, I'll tell you how. So if you are bundling the code, of course you are removing the unwanted spaces, unwanted files, and you are compiling into the Webpack how they do this, right? But in case of any component which is not that much recursively required in your application, and you are taking that component on demand, so we can load it lazy, right? We can make the bundle apart from the core bundle. So that is the code splitting, and that can load later. So that is also a part of code optimization, right? So in order to that, the code splitting, the CSS also deleted if that bundle is not the part of your core bundle. Are you getting my point? So this is the CSS deletion automatically. Theming. Okay, so a lot of time you see that everywhere you are putting background color hash F94 EB2, right? Lot of spaces, right? And you want to suddenly change it to tomato, right? So how will you do this? You should maintain somewhere a kind of a global variables, right? And that can get reflected everywhere. And even how many of you are actually working with the product owners directly? So they are hitting their head every time. आज नीला कर दो, आज पीला कर दो, आज ऊंचा कर दो, आज नीचा कर दो, right? इसको इतना सा यहाँ कर देना, वहाँ कर देना. So it happens. और अगर वो फीमेल है, प्रोडक्ट ओनर, तो फिर तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता, right? It will never end. Sorry. So it will never end until unless you give a JSON file to her and say, you put your colors, please. I don't understand the fuchsia and the light magenta and all, right? So you can give it that JSON to them, and theme can be written by anyone, the color codes, and that will get reflected to entire app, right? How will you do that? We'll cover into the. And what more? Are you guys really excited or just bearing things? I can understand by the voice. Let's see. Raise your hand who all are excited. Perfect. Even non-technical person. Oh, nice. Okay. So it will go long if I do right from the scratch. Right, I've built something for you guys. So let's just walk around.
So should I prepare with add bricks?
What? Server बंद हो गया.
Sorry?
Should I prepare the add bricks? Like
Yeah.
in React to?
Nice. So we have coded something like this. Sorry, Gautam.
Dobara Gaurav.
So something like this. Now Shipra will be happy. Right. So just for your involvement, I took this picture, so I'll return it back. Okay. And this was my childhood memory. So it was there. Okay. And this is my description, my biography. You can actually read it. Okay. Can we design this very quickly? How many of you are confident that they can do it? Raise your hand. Like we can code it in HTML, CSS. Only HTML, CSS. Okay. Raise your hand straight. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Somehow it's a React community. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Only with HTML, CSS. Nice. So I'll tell you one thing, that React is not at all imposing their own language. It's just HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, you just go through with the JSX and it will quickly give you the responses. Thank you, Mahima. Okay, so how many of you can tell me what is this component? This all white component. Who said nav? Who said nav? Okay, so it's not an issue. इसके अंदर nav भी है. It's okay. मेरे जो सेशन है उसमें आप बोल सकते हो, ठीक है ना? कितना भी गलत बोलोगे, I'll appreciate, because I have to run this community. Right? So yeah. Okay. So this is the header component, right? अब header component के अंदर, what do you think? What all components, what all tags will be there within the header component? नहीं, उससे पहले, लोगो से पहले div होगा. क्यों चाहिए div?
So we can arrange all the components
Inside the?
You can make separate component.
Sorry.
So we can like arrange and manage all the components inside it.
Inside it, okay. You, sir?
We can arrange like separate component. After that, we can another component. Side it.
Okay. I was just, expecting some answer, and that was like to make it center. You can see? Like React logo is not absolute left. The apply now button is not absolute right. So we have to make it into the center, and we are, following this into the entire app. How many of you know the hack of taking these things into the center? Yes, sir?
So display inline flex and justify content will
Okay, bad answer. Anyone else?
Margin 0 auto.
Margin 0 auto is the correct one, sir. Flexbox, no, not to make it center. Okay, so it is margin auto, as Angs said, so, coming right from the Himalayas. So yeah, of course. Margin top bottom 0, margin auto will work from left right. Can you tell me why can't we just say margin auto? It will not work from top to bottom. Why?
Because by default it's horizontal, not vertical. Any component.
Okay, any other answers? As I said, I cannot scold you. You can answer. So by default, the width is static in the web browsers, but the height is infinite. Okay, so it will not work from top to bottom. If you make the position absolute or sticky or something like that, then only it will work. So by default, top bottom margin will not work. Okay, and now what was I was supposed to say? Yes, but margin auto will make the div into the center, right? But how will it come this much? How will it cover this much distance from the left? And that much distance from the right? So you have to provide a width, right? I'm putting a width of 60% and then margin auto, right? For every component, right? So if I write header component, how will I write header? Within that, a div with styling of display flex, something like that. And within that div, what will I write? An image, and the right side, I will write input type, button, value, apply now, and put some styling. Do you like that kind of a, component, or will you like this component? Have a look. So you mostly work in HTML nowadays. Even you know React, but you're still working in HTML, right? Have you seen there is no HTML element visible out there? Can you see? This is React. So if you go into, in the senior profile, senior developers, something like that, right? Then it will be expected that you should work in React, not in HTML. And what is the difference then? This is the difference. That you can easily understand there is a wrapper which will be holding all the styling. Then there is an inner which will make it center. And then there will be a flex box which will do the display flex thing, right? And then within that there will be a logo and apply now. And this will handle whatever go in the background. Got it? Anyone who is doing the same, or anyone who is going to perform the same from now. Oh, solve the purpose. Okay, so let's see what's going on behind. Okay, so बताओ कौन सा कंपोनेंट दिखाया जाए आपको? Inner. Simple. See this inner having width 60%, margin auto. We decided. Write it. How did we do this? We create a styles folder, beside the component folder, styles folder. Within that, we can do global style.js, right? Here we can actually export a number of components where we really want it to be very global. So this file is for global components, right? Like inner can be used in header, can be used in cover, can be used in cards as well, right? So this is generic. Cards, we can use it multiple times anywhere in the app, so we can include in the global style. Flexbox, we can use it anytime, right? So we have covered it here. Now, you know the definition of flex as well. And how will you create this? You have to just npm install style component and use this. Import style components. And whatever tag you want to convert into the component, that is the way to convert that. Export const flex equals to style dot whatever tag you want to create. And put some styling into that will convert into a component. Make sense? Seems interesting? Going good so far? Are we on the same page? Say yes louder. Thank you. आप लोग सुनते सुनते सो सकते हो, मैं बोलते बोलते भी सो जाता हूँ. So please be louder. Okay. So this is the one that I was talking about. If you remember, dynamic CSS, something like that, right? We can change it through variables. So I have something. Do you know backticks? Why do we use backticks? What is backticks?
String interpolation.
Oh, sorry?
String interpolation.
String interpolation. Okay. ये तो मेरे को आता है, but interpolation के spelling नहीं आता. कौन बताएगा? हाँ बताओ. नहीं interpolation का spelling okay I know interpolation
के अंदर जो कोड है उसमें जावास्क्रिप्ट इंजेक्ट कर सकते हैं.
okay now you can actually write JS into the string and that is backtick string interpolation and जहां से derive हुआ है React, जहां से actually originate हुआ है Angular, JSX, you guys pretty much knowing this thing, right? What is JSX full form? जब से ये इंटरपोलेशन जो भी है बोलने में भी टफ है ना, बहुत पॉल्यूटेड सा है एनीथिंग. सो जब से ये स्ट्रिंग इंटरपोलेशन इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ है, कब तक बोल सकता हूँ मैं ये पता नहीं, तब से ही ये लाइब्रेरीज आर गेटिंग मोर इफेक्टिव because now within this string we can take decisions, we can write decisions, right? And that's a good thing. How many of you are comfortable with arrow functions? Okay, so what is the difference, what is the benefit of using arrow functions is that you was earlier using the primitive function but that cannot be used in a single line, but in a string interpolation when we write the JavaScript syntax extension and that particular part which is called template literal, where we have to take the decision, that can be done through arrow functions. They are expecting a single liner definition of a function, right? Just take a decision and return a value, and that's we really demand into the modern React components, right? We should not go into the details. हम UI पे लिख रहे हैं पूरा function, okay? So thank you Desha. Done. So let's take a decision. We can actually take this variable. So within this string, I can write $, and in the curly braces, I can write saying in the flex, justify space between. It is not the class. It is the attribute, and it is good to SU as well. So whenever you are doing things on the real time, real DOM,